Hi all, Baines here from BSA Bantams again, and welcome back to the workshop. In this episode, I'm going to give you a rundown of our next project that we've brought in. So what's happened we've got a bike on its way from Sydney. It hasn't arrived, probably won't get here till the end of the week. So because we've got a bit of a gap in the workshop scheduled, we've decided to bring another bike in and get that up to speed, a lot like the D3 that we've just finished. The D3 sold within 10 hours. So I've got a deposit for that. The guy's coming to pick it up in about a week and a half. So that bike has gone. And interestingly enough, he's actually already purchased a motorbike off Oz Bantams about 4 or 5 years ago. At Oz Bantams, we don't generally do up bikes ourselves and sell them off. Because it's just so labour intensive. But these bikes that I bought, they're a bit too good to pair out for parts, and it's a bit of a shame. Like, I'll buy old dungers and keep parts on the shelf, but these bikes are all painted up and they're pretty close to being able to go together. So we've just decided to bring them into the workshop and sort of get them done. I'll take you for a walk around the workshop to show you a few things that we've done and been up to, and give you a look over this bike. So from the last episode, these are our gearbox drain plugs, and as you can see, I've put the dome on the back of those. If you're a first-time viewer of any of my stuff, if you want to see how I actually machine these up, go to my playlist, go to workshop updates, and have a look at the last episode that we did, because it shows you how I went about making this in this old machine right here. So the old board lathe, we've just cleaned that down and oiled it up. It'll be parked for a while. If you wonder why I've got cloths all over my machines, especially this time of year, like tomorrow, the forecast low of 1 and a top of only about 14. So you do start to generate a bit of condensation around the workshop. So I keep the covers on just to stop the condensation getting to them. And also, you know, like my machines over there. But let's go for a walk and have a look at the next project. And here it is. So what we have here is another D3, but this is a D3 swing arm. I actually have to have a look at the serial numbers to work out whether it's a 56 or a 57. Generally the bike is in not too bad a condition, with the obligatory cobwebs from sitting for so long. I believe these bikes sat for 30 years at least. So we've decided to bring it in and we'll get it going. Now, a few things down here. This has got the wrong chain adjuster set up. It's got a unique one for the swing arm frames. It's totally different. I've got some of those. So the same as the last bike, I'll take hardware off, zinc plate it, and while I'm doing the actual zinc plating on this, I'll do all the gearbox drain plugs as well. So we'll set up to do that. Chrome work on these rims, it's not fantastic, but it's not horrendous either. I'm not going to change them out. It's not the point of why we're bringing the bike in to do a show quality bike. It's just, well, it's not salvage, but I mean, these bikes are just too good to go breaking down for parts when I've got plenty of other second-hand parts. Things like your center stand stop plate and linking all that hardware, I'll pull that apart, same as the spring, and zinc plate all that. Fork legs, the chrome work on those is pretty good. Front wheel, I just polished the section there just to have a bit of a look yesterday, but it does have some corrosion to the rims. So paintwork's generally all right. Handlebars, they're a bit too scabby. The chrome work's really flaking badly off them. So I've got handlebars not far away, so I think I'll put another set of handlebars on this. Tank paintwork, whoever did it, well, the bloke who was purported to have done it was a panel beater, and you know, the quality of the work's there. as I said, that's part of the reason why I think we should be putting these bikes together rather than splitting them up for parts. So down there's the engine pipe. It's pretty ordinary, but the tailpipe's really good. So I do have another one of these, so I'll be changing that out. So really the foundation's there for a pretty good bike. We'll just head over to the workbench and we'll have a look. Justy's pulled the engine out and pulled the engine down. So in here are all our engine bits, and generally at a first glance it looks pretty good. Gearbox wise and all that sort of stuff, we're pretty happy with it. We haven't done a detailed inspection yet because the engine's just been disassembled, and we'll go through, clean it all, then we'll go through our inspection. Now stator plate there and the windings actually look really well. I think I'll change the coil out, and I think I might retain this and just leave an original ignition on it rather than do a CDI on this. But I mean, if someone buys it and they want a CDI, well, I'll fit it up. There's absolutely zero play in the rod. We'll obviously polish up the journals and seal surfaces out here. Barrel, like the last engine, is freshly honed. It's still honing marks. I mean, the engines are never run, so it may be that didn't work and that was the reason why, but I still think I'll persist with this. I'm just looking at the quality of the windings on it, and you know, most of those are usually cactus, but as I said, I'll change out the ignition coil and we'll see how we go. Engine cases, as you can see, in great condition. Haven't had the chain throw out and bust out the left-hand engine case. Justin was saying with the lock tabs and everything like that, he doesn't think they'd only ever been bent over once. All looked really well. Oh, that's Justin's just got our checklist out there. This is a checklist that we use whenever we're doing any bike, ours, customers or whatever. It just details what we inspect and what we're looking for, and a bit of information like that. That way we don't miss anything. So we'll head over to the other benches. And I apologise for the way the light's coming through. The skylights in the roof casting a few shadows. Now, one of the problems I've got is this mudguard, that something's just scraped down the side of it. So I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do here. Obviously I'll touch it up, but how I touch it up, whether I respray it or just touch it up with a brush or whatever. Over the back there, that's our exhaust pipe. Like, it looks dirty because it is, but there's basically no rust or anything on it. The little end piece I'll spray paint black. I think they look a lot better black. Side cover there in good condition, and interestingly enough, this bike does have leg shields with it. However, I don't think I'm going to fit them, and I'll show you why in a minute. Two sets of front mudguard stays. All the rubbers they are a bit grubby, but I mean they're not in bad condition. It came with a bucket full of cables, and I literally mean a bucket full of cables. So over here, some of the brake links and things like that they're chrome plated up, but I mean that's obviously off a D7, and these ones are rear wheel ones for a plunger, but they're wrong for a swing arm. The swing arm brakes are a lot longer. They're about an inch longer at least. Clip for your exhaust. New brake and clutch levers still in the bag. New cables. Toolbox over the back there, missing the water slide transfers, but that's no biggie. Chain guard in good condition, and leg shields, but I don't think I'll fit the leg shields, and the reason why, someone's rolled that edge right over, and I can't like roll that one over or try and flatten that out. It'll just destroy the paint. So I'll play that one by ear. They're very hard to get swing arm seat. The seat base is in excellent condition. And so is the cover. It's all the stitching's good in it. It is dirty, obviously, but I'll clean that up and I'll see how we go. I think that'll come up all right. Headlight over here, missing the switch, but has original Y-pack lens in it. The headlight rim is in good condition. That'll polish up nicely. There won't be any issues there. And the number plate holder, that was a reproduction that hasn't got any holes in it. And I don't know, I don't think that's the right one for a D3, but there's another one down in the with some of the bits that are left over, and I may end up fitting that one. We'll wait and see. But it's a little bit bent up in that, so I'll play that one by ear. So yeah, we've got the foundations of a pretty good bike. So pretty soon I'm off to our second-hand parts store to get some stuff that's missing, such as brake rods, front and rear brake levers. I'll get those and have them and zinc plate them up. So over here is our customer engine. We've just spent the last probably 3 days just running that up every day, and it's fine. There's not an issue with it, as you would expect. I mean, we've just done a full overhaul on it, and that'll get boxed up and sent back to the customer who's over in Western Australia. So it's got a fair way to travel. What 4,000 k's or something like that. But anyway, that's we're really happy with the way that engine came up, considering what it was. I had a fair bit wrong with it, but now it's looking really good. Okay, so this video is a bit of a short and sweet one, just to give you an update of what we're up to in the workshop. So time to get all these parts cleaned up, polished, and we'll start to get into it. So to all my subscribers, thanks heaps for your ongoing support. It really is appreciated. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and from Justin and I at BSA Bantams, we'll see you later.